Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we're on the website of Gardiner Houlgate auctioneers based in the UK, and we're going to have a look at one of their many kind of guitar and musical instrument auctions that's coming up. So Gardiner Houlgate in the past have usually done videos in threes. They usually have two guitar auctions and then they have like a general musical instrument auction, but for some reason I think they just have so much stuff they now have 5 auctions. And what's happening is there's the first auction, guitars, second auction is guitars, and then there's this auction which is another guitar auction, but this is kind of the acoustic guitars. Then on the same day but separated, there's the general musical instrument auctions, and then a few days later on the 20th there's like a pro audio auction as well that we'll have a quick look at, even though it's kind of a bit outside of our remit. So there's 5 different auctions, so I'm going to split that into 5 different videos, but this one is basically the kind of the acoustic kind of, well, I say acoustic, it's the kind of historical guitar section, I suppose. There's only 38 lots, so this is going to be a very quick video. Gardiner Houlgate, the buyer's premium is 26.4%. That's a little bit random. As I always say to people, check out the terms and conditions of shipping, import, export, etc. If you're bidding outside of the UK, there'll probably be additional fees you need to know about, especially if it's kind of even more outside of Europe, international, etc. Although with these days with Brexit, I'm not sure how much difference it makes anymore. But yeah, check out all that shipping info. You can see it all up here and see what you think. So that's enough of my rubbish, so let's carry on and just see what we've got here. So we have a 19th century guitar in need of restoration, bearing a label inscribed La Cote Luthier, Paris, Annie 1867. So it's an interesting looking kind of romantic guitar there. 1500 to 2500 is the estimate. There's more images here. You can go to WeTransfer. The guitar has been within the vendor's family for at least a century. So there we go. Interesting looking item. 19th century miracle guitar in need of restoration. Nice kind of bird's eye back. Branded Sherpatel Pechob A miracle to the underside of the top. Back and sides bird's eye maple, very nice. Previously binding restorations and refinishing. Yeah. Head neck dovetail joint is pulled apart and needs restoration. 800 to 1200 is the estimate on that. 19th century guitar in need of restoration. Can zoom in a bit more. This one £400 to £800. You can see that there's some work that needs to be done, a few cracks and things like that. 19th century small scale classical guitar, labelled Andres Horales Hijo Calaveja, Madrid. I completely just destroyed that. I am very terrible at Spanish names. Interesting looking little guitar there, £300 to £500. Back and sides rosewood. So it's quite a sweet looking thing. 19th century small bodied guitar. This looks a bit more, if you're kind of standard type thing, 200 to 400 is the estimate. Pretty standard for that time. Nothing too outrageous. 19th century small bodied guitar, same kind of deal, very standard. Well, it's quite a sweet looking thing in its kind of coffin case. Back is kind of interesting enough. 19th century small bodied guitar, a few issues, but not too bad. Another 19th century small bodied guitar. This one looks in fairly good condition, apart from a big kind of crack and stuff, but could be worse. £400 to £600 there. Yep. Later tuners, etc, etc. Interesting 19th century guitar in need of restoration. Yeah, this is slightly more interesting than your average. Some good cracks to the body there. 700 to 1,000 is the estimate there. Brazilian rosewood back in the sides. Definitely needs a lot of work. Early 20th century European small-bodied guitar. This is really standard stuff. 100 to 200 is the estimate. That seems maybe a bit ambitious. 19th century small-bodied guitar. Back and sides rosewood. Looks okay, but nothing too crazy. 2 to 400 is the estimate there. 2002 Amalia Berget 3M electroacoustic guitar. 4 to 600 pounds. Fairly standard. 2008 Amalio Berget Noguera electro classical guitar. 5 to 700 is the estimate. 1967 Harold Peterson concert guitar, back and sides rosewood, 2 to 400 pounds. Interesting. I've got a Harold Peterson classical guitar. A little bit later than that, 70 or something like that, 71. I think it was actually probably finished by his son, because I think he died in 1970 or early 1971. But yeah, they're not bad guitars, to be honest. I mean, in the time, I think they were quite kind of fairly decent, but things have moved on from them. But they sound quite nice, so it's not bad. 2 to 400, yeah, that seems about right. 1994 Conde Hermanos flamenco guitar, made in Spain, 6 to 800. Not too much to say about that one. An interesting Portuguese guitar. I think we saw this before in one of the previous auctions, so it didn't sell. 450 to 550 is the estimate. 1976 Alistair McNeil guitar, back and sides, Indian rosewood. I've kind of seen Alistair McNeil guitar before. Yeah, pretty good. 800 to 1200 is the estimate. Back and sides, Indian rosewood there. Condition generally good, no major damage or repairs. Action a little high, so might need some adjustments and more images there, but yeah, I think in general quite a good maker. 1974 Jose Ramirez Class 1A flamenco guitar, made in Madrid, 2 to 2,500. This is quite nice. I like the kind of peg tuned ones. Sold with a CITES A10 certificate there. Yeah. Number 10 stamped under the top, which relates to maker Mariano Tezanos Castro. Interesting. 1972 RE Spain for Ivor Morant's classical guitar, 100 to 200 pounds there. Quite a nice back on that, actually. Surprising. 1973 Malcolm A Home classical guitar, made in Vancouver, Canada. 3,000 to 4,000 there. Back and side Brazilian rosewood there. Sold with a non-transferable CITES A10 certificate. 2007 Jose Ramirez 125 Anos classical guitar, made in Spain, 700 to 1,000 there. 2006 Crafter Light classical guitar, together with Conrad classical guitar, Terada, and one other. So just general stuff there. 1998 Juan Alvarez classical guitar, back and sides Indian rosewood, 4 to 600 there. 1970s Epiphone classical guitar, made in Japan, with a Vincente Tate classical guitar, just budget kind of stuff. 2 Japanese classical guitars, a Terada there and a Hokada, standard things. Hofner flamenco guitar, together with a Camps classical guitar and one other. Look kind of excuse me, normal, but maybe a little bit more interesting. Asturias A7 classical guitar, made in Japan, 100 to 200 pounds there. Rosewood back and sides. Martinez MC48C SEN classical guitar, 40 to 60 pounds. Terada Model 600 classical guitar, 20 to 40 pounds. 1970 Felix Manzanero classical guitar, made in Spain, 1,000 to 2,000 there. back and sides Indian rosewood. Nice case actually with that. Zachary Taylor Torres model classical guitar, back and sides acacia. These I think are just kind of workshop kind of instruments that were being sold. There you go, designed by Zachary Taylor, made in Vietnam under his supervision. Another Zachary Taylor baritone ukulele, back and sides maple, £200 to £300. I think this is probably all the same there, made over there. Zachary Taylor Lurbach model Chitterino Renaissance guitar, another one seen made in Vietnam, £400 to £600 there. I mean, I'm sure it's probably a good entry to that world. Zachary Taylor Chitterino Renaissance guitar, back and sides acacia, £400 to £600 there. Zachary Taylor designed Nick Petzold Orfarian, made in England, £400 to £600. Built by Nick Petzold to designed by Zachary Taylor, the instrument is a hybrid based on the Palmer Orfarian 1617, back and sides Ziricota. Zachary Taylor tenor ukulele, back and sides acacia, designed by Zachary Taylor and made in Vietnam, £200 to £300. Zachary Taylor electroacoustic ukulele, back and sides Ziricota, another Vietnam build, £200 to £300. Zachary Taylor baritone super ukulele, back and sides acacia, another Vietnam one, £200 to £300. And a 1991 Michael Gee classical guitar, made in England, back and sides Indian rosewood, £2,000 to £3,000. There is the estimate. Used by Rogers tuning machines. That's good. The very nice high quality tuners, the Rogers ones, made in the UK. Really expensive in their own right, to be honest. The higher end ones, or the kind of really detailed spec ones, that can cost kind of £750 upwards just for the tuners alone, and there's a big waiting list. Used by Jens Franke extensively in concert and on commercial albums, most recently for Trinity's official sample performances of their current guitar syllabus. There you go. And they're credited on a few different things, so interesting. And that's it, and then I think we're back to the beginning again. So that's it. That is the kind of the acoustic guitar, or kind of more kind of antique guitar kind of part of the auction. Not many lots, some interesting stuff, not overly incredible, but just a short video for a change, so it's not gonna blow your mind too much. And yeah, I'll put a link in the description, check it out, see what you think, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Many thanks for tuning in to the Musical Instrument Investigator. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and watch out for the next video coming soon.